In this new series, whenever a great PlayStation 4 game is available on the PlayStation Store or elsewhere for under $5, I'll do my best to sell you on the game. And today we're looking at a deal available as a part of the under $20 sale, and that is The Wolf Among Us. Now, I hope the majority of you guys are familiar with The Wolf Among Us. However, with Telltale Games' recent struggles, it's become abundantly clear that some people, for whatever reason, don't check out the Telltale titles. I think most people associate Telltale with the Walking Dead games, and rightfully so. Those games are tremendous, and that is an entire story that they have completed start to finish. And Walking Dead Season 1 was really the game that kickstarted the wave of excellent Telltale games, whether it be a Batman the Telltale series, Borderlands, or all of the other Walking Dead seasons. Even games like Game of Thrones, while they weren't the best, I still thought they were rather good. However, while the majority of people would associate Telltale games with Walking Dead and say that that is their best game, I would say that The Wolf Among Us is just as good as Walking Dead, and hey, maybe I'll even say I think it's a little bit better. Yeah, I thought Wolf Among Us was a tremendous game. Now, here's the difference with Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead. Again, Walking Dead is an entirely encompassed series where you have seasons 1 through 4. Wolf Among Us, at this point, we only have season 1. But thank the Lord that it is going to be continuing. We had the announcement of The Wolf Among Us 2 back in December. Who knows when that's going to drop? Probably not for quite a while. Probably later in 2020, 2021. Sometime like that. But hey, as long as the story is continuing, that gets me very excited because this story kicked off all the way back in 2013. However, obviously it's based on the Fables comic book series. But don't worry, if you just want to jump into Wolf Among Us, you can absolutely do that. And you can have a great time with the story itself. The Wolf Among Us is set in the year 1986, nearly 20 years before the events of the aforementioned Fable series. For years, many of the magical lands described in myth, legend, and folklore known as the Homelands have been occupied by an enigmatic tyrant known as the Adversary. To escape the Adversary's regime, many of the Homeland's inhabitants fled to America and created an enclave known as Fabletown, now located in modern-day Manhattan. To mask their presence from the native humans, all non-human Fables have to purchase an enchantment known as the Glamour, which allows them to appear human or be relocated to a rural community known as the Farm. So that's the general background of the story of The Wolf Among Us, and it's a pretty good backdrop. And I have to say, while the story is amazing and Wolf Among Us story is incredibly engaging, I think all of that is designed and possible because of the incredible main character in Bigby Wolf, formerly the Big Bad Wolf. He's the sheriff of Fabletown, currently working at a business office under the corrupt regime of the mayor. Obviously, things go awry, and the story is absolutely ridiculous. Now, I can't go super in-depth on the story of The Wolf Among Us, of course, because the story is the biggest element of the game. The narrative is so strong, there's twists and turns every which way you look, and it's an incredibly engaging experience. However, talking too much about it would ruin the fun of the game. It would give you guys spoilers, and that's literally what this game thrives on. If you spoil yourself a Telltale game, yeah, there's reason to play it, there's reason to make your own decisions, and there's reason to have a lot of fun, but that authentic experience of going through a Telltale game for the first time, making your own decisions and coming up with your own conclusions, that is when the game is at its best. And that's what you really see out of The Wolf Among Us. Now, outside of me gushing about the game, I do want to go over some of the user reception, some of the Metacritic scores, things like that. The PC version of The Wolf Among Us over on Metacritic has an 80 Metascore. PC Gamer gave it an 83 out of 100, noting a fantastic, morally ambiguous detective tale that sometimes struggles to make its interactivity meaningful and fun. And I do have to say that Wolf Among Us is one of those games where there's a lot of moral ambiguity, as PC Gamer noted. It is a little bit difficult to decide which characters to side with and whatever the case may be. Obviously, Bigby helms the story and he's a fantastic main character, but all of the outside characters definitely add something extra to The Wolf Among Us and enhances the experience. While I put a lot of emphasis on Bigby and he's a phenomenal main character, quite possibly one of the best main characters of the last decade, I do want to give credit to all of the other characters because they are rather good. Game Over Online gave the game an 8.5 out of 10, saying, overall, I was a little disappointed that Telltale Games couldn't come up with more puzzles for The Wolf Among Us, but otherwise, everything about the game is first rate. So it's a lot similar to a lot of the other Telltale experiences where it is very much narrative driven. There are some light gameplay elements here and there, but if you played Walking Dead and you played these Telltale narrative experiences before, the gameplay is generally similar where, yeah, the narrative is broken up into light traversal and some light gameplay, but really you're getting into this game for a quality story. If you're expecting some high-octane gameplay or anything like that, or Wolf Among Us to stray off the beaten path that Telltale had already set in place with The Walking Dead, you're gonna be a little disappointed on that end, but still, it's a phenomenal episodic graphic adventure. And while those are the Metacritic reception, I think looking at the Steam reception, which is just the Steam PC game buyers putting in their own reception of the game, it paints a much more positive picture. There are 18,000 reviews posted right now for The Wolf Among Us, and 97% of those reviews are positive, giving the game an overwhelmingly positive reception. Generally speaking, whenever a game has that many reviews, you know, north of 10,000 reviews, and it maintains a north of 95% user positive rating, that means it's a rather good game. Steam reviews are sometimes memes here or there, but with that much consistency and that many people saying they had a quality time with the experience, that usually says it's a pretty good game. On the other hand, recent reviews, there have been 238 user reviews posted in the last 30 days. 97% of those have been positive, so that's rather good as well. And again, the game does have an 85 on Metacritic. You just scroll down through the Steam reviews right now and you just see positive review after positive review. And I saw that $4.94 price mark on the under $20 sale on PSN. I was like, damn, that is a great deal for The Wolf Among Us, and quite possibly a new low for that game, so I definitely wanted to give that a mention, and here we have it. We're giving it its own video because it's such a high quality game. And really, if Wolf Among Us 2 hadn't been happening, I don't know if I would have been as high on this game, giving it such a strong recommendation, because you definitely want the story to continue at the conclusion of The Wolf Among Us. And for a little while, we had heard that it was going to continue, but then everything went awry with Telltale Games, and then we were like, man, is Wolf Among Us 2 ever going to happen? It looked like it wasn't, because there was uncertainty on whether or not Walking Dead was going to be finished, and if Walking Dead wasn't going to be finished, how was Wolf Among Us going to be finished? But now we know that Wolf Among Us 2 will be happening. When will it be coming? Probably not for quite a while, but hey, at this point, I'm just happy that it is going to be happening. I am willing to wait on the Wolf Among Us 2, and whatever they need to do to make this a financial success, because I always thought the Telltale games sold rather well. I don't know if these games are more of an investment than we had initially thought. I don't know if the episodic release pattern is something that's a little bit dated and it's not going to work with the modern consumer, and you need to roll out all of the episodes at once, or you just need to have all of the episodes in the tank and have them develop right away. Whatever the case may be, whatever they need to do to make The Wolf Among Us a financial success, let's have that happen. Starbreeze Games and Telltale hopefully can come together and figure out how to make the Telltale formula work, because their games have been phenomenal. It's not just Walking Dead. It's not even just The Wolf Among Us, even though I personally think it's their best outing, and for under $5, buy it right now on the PlayStation Store if you've never experienced it. But keep an eye on all of the other Telltale games. If you never tried it, Batman, they just re-released that in that noir form. Tales from the Borderlands is an absolutely hilarious experience. Even if you've never played the Borderlands games, a lot of the quirkiness and charm really shines through. Even Game of Thrones, the Telltale series, I thought was okay, but in my opinion, Wolf Among Us is a very special experience, and from a storytelling, narrative, and character development standpoint, it is one of the best games that you can pick up. Not just the Telltale experience, I feel like I'm secluding it by mentioning all these other Telltale games, but really from a storytelling standpoint, it's one of the best experiences that you're going to see. And again, from a character development standpoint and the main character's interaction with all of the other characters, that is one of the standout elements of the game, and really gives you an attachment to certain characters over other. And again, that evocative emotion and how they get that across through certain facial design and elements like that, some of the best I've seen in The Wolf Among Us. So under $5 right now, $4.94 to be exact. Pick it up right now in the PlayStation Store. Thank me later. You're gonna have a great time with it. You get all 5 episodes with your purchase, and that'll get you really excited for Wolf Among Us 2 whenever that comes out, hopefully 2020, 2021. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.